Dark Zero Horror Network.
Welcome back to the Dark Zero Horror Network. I'm your host, Glenn Tramer. It's January 28th, 2026, and if you've been looking at the release calendar, you know we are about to enter a massive month for the genre. Tonight we're breaking down the big theatrical releases, a refried cult classic, and the highly anticipated expansion of a modern indie gaming nightmare. Let's get into the blood and guts of it. First up, the project everyone is talking about, the Mortuary Assistant. Based on the terrifying 2022 game by Brian Clark, this isn't just a straight adaptation. Director Jeremiah Kipp is calling it a companion piece that honors the game's world while translating it into a cinematic narrative. Willa Holland stars as Rebecca Owens, a newly certified mortician. Rebecca takes a night shift job at River Field Mortuary where she has to embalm bodies alone while navigating demonic rituals and her own buried traumas. She has to survive the night to prevent her own body from becoming a vessel for possession. Epic Pictures and Dread are bringing this to theaters on February 13th, 2026, with a Shudder streaming debut following on March 27th. Game creator Brian Clark said, "Seeing this evolve from a small prototype to a feature film is beyond his imagination. If the movie captures that singular dread the players loved, we're looking at a new horror staple." Switching gears to pure killer territory. On February 6th, Lionsgate is releasing The Strangers Chapter 3 in theaters. Madelaine Petsch is back as Maya for what is described as the final girl's long-awaited vengeance. This is the final installment of the new trilogy filmed back-to-back in Slovakia. It's officially rated R for strong, bloody violence and language. Director Renny Harlin is promising newer and darker territory here. Maya and the Strangers are on an unavoidable collision course, and it's safe to say they aren't strangers anymore. For the fans of the weird and the refried, we have the fifth movie in the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes franchise. This one pits nature against AI's best and brightest. John Astin returns as Professor Gangreen, and original creators Costa Dillon and J. Stephen Peace are back as writers. There's a special one-night-only screening and fundraiser on February 20th aboard the USS Midway Museum in San Diego. Before we get out of here, check your calendars for these upcoming drops. John 30 Grizzly Night, VOD, and Iron Lung, theaters. Feb 3, The Morrigan, VOD Screambox. Feb 6, Dracula hits theaters alongside The Strangers. That's the bulletin for tonight. I'm Glenn Tramer, and this is the Dark Zero Horror Network. Keep your eyes open and maybe keep the lights on.